in that kind of environment, the job of the coach is to get people connecting with each other in a real sense, caring about each other. I mean, that's what my daily like masterclass business mail was about today. It was about making that deeper personal connection with people, and not just being not just being on the surface. And it has to make sense as well. Like, for when you meet someone and they start to give you blah 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 data, and you're like, whoa 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 whoa. It's that's that you have to communicate on the same level, in the same way. Two examples. I went to a local shop a couple of months ago near where I live here, and I went to buy one little thing, and I walked into the shop, and the person's like, blah 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 blah. Oh, and I'm divorced, and I've got 5 cars, and I'm like, what the fuck are you telling me all this stuff for, man? You're fucking insane, right? Crazy man, right? And it's like, it's just like my radar's going like, gotta get out of this place, right? This man's mad. Or I went to the swimming pool last week, and I met someone who I haven't seen for 12 years, maybe 12 or 13 years, yeah. And he was, oh gee, how's it going? I was, oh my gosh, how are you? I haven't seen you in ages, and how are you? And he started to tell me his life story.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't ask any questions. So I just kind of left it for the first minute, and then there was a pause, and we both sat there, and then he started talking again. And I was like, this person has zero communication skill. Because I'm happy that I met him, but I don't want to know that he's a bus driver now, and he spent 5 years as a real estate agent in Budapest, and it's just, why are you telling me this stuff? Like a lot of communication is really for personal benefit, and it's sad because it's not why communication exists. It's not why we have these languages. But a lot of conversations, 2 people are having 2 conversations, right, at the same time. And they're not connecting at all. And that happens a lot in businesses. And it's something that when you're on the outside, you can see those things, right? When you're on the outside, you can look at, you can go into a business, and you can see the things that the people in the business can't see. And you can see that the people in the business think that, oh, well, this is how we normally communicate with each other. And I'm standing there going, but you call that? That's okay. So you transferred some information, but did you feel anything, right? And unless there's that deeper connection there, if it's all just surface, then you go into a bad place, and people are not going to be happy, and that's going to affect people's work, and they're going to produce bad work. So one of the first keys is, I think, to a coach anywhere is it's exploration of information. Who are the people? How are they communicating? Observation of it's what you did already in your work. You go into your workplace, you look around at the people, you try to okay, who's that? What are they like? What are they interested in? You want to collect data and more information, because the more data you've got, the more you can help people, right? But not everyone is like that. Not everybody collects data to help people. And so sometimes people are like, whoa, what's going on? And so trust is very hard to develop and very easy to break.
Mm.
And so this art of keeping the company moving is about getting people to develop this to a point where they can understand each other, they know each other, they trust each other, and they can work with each other to to solve problems, and to also, as I said, to understand how much purpose is work giving them. Because for some people, their work gives them purpose for their life, but for other people it doesn't. And you've got to understand that offices are very often full of both kinds of these people, and they don't communicate in the same way. They don't feel the same way about certain things, and so it's important to have common values. That's why companies need their higher goals, and they have their mottos and their visions, and you've got to have these higher elements that can connect people, because just going to the office, just performing your basic task is not enough for companies to improve. So my job, as I see it, is to listen to people, to search for logical processes, and to help point out to people where things are not logical or could improve. But I can't make a person improve, and this is a problem. This is a big problem with coaching. Sometimes it's like football teams have coaches, right? And the coach is like standing at the side of the park, biting his nails, having a heart attack, because it's like, what are you doing? We practiced this 1,000 times. Right? What are you guys doing? Why are you over there? You should be over there. You see them, right? We've all seen them going, you're doing it all wrong. Ah! So that's how I feel personally as a coach. And when I'm in businesses, I'm like that, but I'm not screaming, obviously. But I'm screaming inside my head, like this voice is going, oh my, what? What's that? Or sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes I'm like, wow, that's great. Or I love the way they've organized that. Or look at the way that the plan of the office works out so that people communicate with each other. Look at how happy they are. Look at how professionally they approach their tasks. Look at how they're understanding strategy. Look at how they're getting things done. Look at how they're not worrying about the not important things and focusing on the issues. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah.